Highland Market, a journey into the heart of Vietnam's mountains. If there is a place in Vietnam where every step leads you into a rustic yet enchanting world, it is the Highland Market. It is not merely a place for exchanging goods, it is a place for exchanging affection, for preserving culture, where every color, every sound, and every smile weaves together into a love song of the mountains. From afar, the market looks like a vibrant piece of artwork standing out against the deep green of the vast forests. But only when you step inside, when you touch, smell, hear, and truly feel, it does its beauty burst into life and touch your heart in the most unexpected way. I still remember the first time I visited a Highland market on a chilly October morning. A thin veil of mist, like a silver silk ribbon, was draped across the valley. The sunlight was not yet strong enough to break through, making everything appear dreamy and impossibly beautiful. The road leading to the market was steep and winding, flanked by golden rice terraces just after harvest, with the faint, warm scent of straw carried by the breeze. As I approached, the sounds grew clearer, cheerful calls between villagers, lively laughter, the neighing of horses, the clinking of handmade tools, and the sizzling of food on hot pans. All of it blended into a living symphony, simple yet sincere, modest yet indescribably beautiful. 1. The road to the market, a journey of colors and memories. Reaching a Highland market is always an emotional journey. Even from a few kilometers away, you can already see people walking down from houses perched on hillsides. They start their trip very early, sometimes before dawn breaks. Women carry baskets filled with brocade or vegetables. Men lead buffaloes along. Children follow in playful flocks, filled with laughter and mischief. The traditional outfits turn the entire road into a flowing river of colors. Each ethnic group has its own patterns, its own way of blending shades, every color telling an ancient story stitched by skillful hands. People don't come just to buy or sell. They come to meet friends, to talk, to enjoy a moment of joy after a long week of hard work. That is what makes the journey so beautiful. There are elderly people walking with canes, young Hmong, Dao, and Tay girls shyly wrapped in brocade skirts, and boys carrying bamboo flutes, hoping for a romantic encounter. The steady stream of people moves slowly, unhurried, as if knowing that the market is not just the destination, it is a celebration to be savored with every step. 2. The market gate, where colors burst into life. The moment you step into the market, the explosion of colors overwhelms you not chaotically, but harmoniously. Red, yellow, blue, purple, white, all woven together from dresses, headscarves, brocade ribbons, and even wildflowers freshly picked on the way down to the market. Highland women carry a unique beauty, simple, strong, natural, and honest. Their laughter is as warm as sunlight. Their eyes sparkle like mountain springs. And though their hands are rough from work, their gestures remain gentle and full of heart. The sounds of the market are noisy like the city. They feel alive, tender, and familiar. It is the breath of the mountains, the melody of a local festival, the rhythm of life preserved through generations. 3. The food section, heaven of mountain flavors. If many people had to choose one reason to return to the Highland Market, food would be the answer. I am no exception. As I approached the food stalls, the aromas stopped me in my tracks. Hot thang ko, fragrant grilled corn, steamed buckwheat, the smoky scent of charcoal, the distinctive aroma of oat-told porridge, savory grilled pork seasoned with matcan and hat dough. I sat at a tiny wooden table, simple yet comforting. Have a bowl of our mountain chicken noodle soup to warm up, the elderly lady said with a kind smile. The bowl steamed in the cold air, tender chicken, chewy rice noodles, and a broth rich with sweetness from free-range mountain chickens. Then I tasted panko. It may be challenging for some, but once you learn to appreciate it, you feel the soul of the mountains in every spoon: cardamom, cinnamon, star, anise, matcan, and the deep, earthy sweetness of slow-cooked meat. Around me, men chatted over corn wine, women talked about their crops, and children teased each other while eating. The food court felt like a giant, warm kitchen for the whole community. 4. Agricultural produce, where Mother Earth shows her abundance. Fresh morning dew still clung to the forest vegetables. Newly dug taro and cassava lay on mats with soil still on their skins. Baskets overflowed with plums, peaches, wild bananas, and creamy mountain avocados. Herbal medicines, ginseng, angelica, cardamom were neatly displayed. I asked an old woman selling vegetables, "Did you walk far to get here?" She smiled. "It takes over an hour from my village, but I'm used to it. Market day is the happiest day of the week." And I knew her smile carried the truth. 5. The brocade section, where every stitch holds a story. This was the place that captivated me the most. Brocade stalls felt like a treasure trove where every woven thread carried centuries of culture. Young girls embroidered right at their stalls, their hands swift and precise. The patterns on brocade weren't just decoration, they depicted stories of harvest, love, and the mountains. One young girl told me, "This piece took me nearly 2 months. I only sew after farm work." Oh, then, holding the brocade, I felt the patience, dedication, and soul of its maker. Brocade here is not just merchandise, it is living culture passed from mothers to daughters. 6. Smiles, the most precious gift of the Highland Market. What touched me the most were the smiles, pure, bright, and full of love. A Dow girl with dimples laughed when I took her photo. A flower seller smiled at everything when teased by friends. When customers asked questions, when she talked about corn season, their smiles felt like sunshine, lifting mountain fog, simple but priceless. 7. Love stories of the Highland Market. Markets are not just for trading, they are for meeting hearts. Boys bring flutes to call their lovers. The melody rises and falls like a confession carried by the wind. Girls peek from behind stalls, their eyes shy yet sparkling. Sometimes love is just a brief meeting. Separated by mountains and forests, they still come to the market just to see each other, exchange a few tender words, or simply confirm that the other is well. Sometimes these stories bloom into marriage, a small, warm house by the hillside. Love here is pure, genuine, and beautiful. 8. Mountain spices, flavors found nowhere else. Highland markets are full of rare spices, ken, fragrant red cardamom, the prized hat doi, homemade chili sauces, wild salt herbs, cinnamon, anise, and bundles of forest leaves used in cooking or herbal medicine. An old lady selling spices told me, "These are the scents of the mountains. Take them home and you'll remember the market." I believed her. 9. Noon at the market, slow but never lonely. By noon, the fog disappears and the market becomes clearer and livelier, yet still peaceful. People gather into groups to share lunch, simple dishes filled with laughter. Children play, elders talk about old stories, vendors rest and chat about crops and family. It is a slow rhythm, but never dull, gentle like a familiar melody, warm like a fire burning quietly. Sure, afternoon, when the market ends but its echo remains. As the sun dips and shadows stretch, the market slowly winds down. People return to their villages with lighter baskets but fuller hearts. Children are tired but still radiant. Women walk home with satisfaction. The elderly take slow steps yet wear peaceful smiles. I looked back at the steep path I had walked that morning. It was just as beautiful, but now quieter, as if the bustle of the market had been tucked away, leaving only memories. And I knew I would return someday. Conclusion. The Highland Market is beautiful not only because of its scenery or vibrant colors. It is beautiful because of its people, culture, sincerity, and warmth. It teaches us to appreciate slow, meaningful rhythms of life and to cherish simple things we often overlook. When I left the market, I carried more than goods. I carried a piece of the mountains. Peace, authenticity, and quiet beauty. If one day you feel weary, visit a Highland market. Go early, breathe in the mountain mist, listen to laughter, admire brocade colors, taste the rustic dishes. You will feel your heart soften, soothed by a gentle peace, the peace of the mountains, of the people, and of a humble market that sings like a timeless melody.